Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV, my name is Alex. I'm outside Stamford Bridge after a 4-2 win against Gent in the Conference League. I'm here with Charlie. Thanks for your patience, Charlie. I appreciate you waiting outside. I know it's cold. But listen, I mean, it was a good result, good vibes around. I think there's good reason to be happy as well.
Yeah, I think just a pretty good performance all round. Obviously disappointed to concede the 2 goals, sloppy defending for both, but another 4 goals, minutes for players that need them, and players that are rested for the weekend, then they'll be ready to go. So I don't think we really learnt too much from tonight, but we keep that momentum going. 5 wins in a row, all competitions now, and we cannot stop scoring goals, mate, which is a massive positive.
So do you think we're a team really that, I think it's like we said, we did that gym show with Brendan at the beginning of the season, and it's a case of we just have to go gung-ho. And we know we're not necessarily going to win the games 1-0, but we can outscore teams for fun.
Yeah, it seems to be that way. I mean, I've said it a number of times. We're not going to be able to do that every week. But against this kind of opposition, you'll be able to get a decent amount of goals, and we did. Obviously, they didn't really offer anything other than the 2 goals. I mean, we gifted them 2 goals with poor defending, but other than that, we limited them to very little. Second half was a lot better than the first half. I thought first half we started reasonably well. We get the goal. It's a great cross from Mudryk, and it's a nice header from Veiga, who I thought done really well tonight. Probably man of the match. Mudryk a close second. I thought they were really impactful.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I thought Veiga was very good, mate. And if for 12 million quid, considering none of us had really ever heard of him before we signed him, he looks really good, mate. I think he's going to be a really useful player for us. But as I said, after we scored though, mate, we I thought we dropped off a little bit. Things kind of went off the boil. We let them in. They had a couple of opportunities, and yeah, we needed to fix up a little bit. We come out second half, get that goal from Neto straight away in the first 30 seconds, and that kind of settles the nerves a bit. By the way, Disasi with 2 unbelievable passes tonight. The one for the Neto goal, and then he played a ridiculous crossfield ping in the first half to Mudryk. I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe just he found a little bit of sauce in his boots, mate. I don't know what was going on, but his passing was decent.
Give him the captain's armband, see what happens.
Well, maybe, mate. Play him at right back as well, innit?
No, don't do that again.
No, don't do that. No. But yeah, no. Look, mate, I don't think we really learnt very much, other than the fact we just kept the momentum going. It's 5 wins in a row now. We're building a really good. We're building up a head of steam. It could be 6 wins in a row against Forest. As I said, players are getting minutes. We're rotating. Confidence is getting up. The Leicester Lampard got his first goal today as well. So that's what more can we want, really?
The Leicester
Lampard, mate. This is the guy. The Leicester Lampard, mate. First goal. He got that goal, and then he played a ridiculous pass through to Felix as well afterwards. And I'm thinking, maybe Joao could just go and finish that, but he didn't. Another goal for Nkunku. He's continuing his run. I mean, I didn't think Nkunku was that great today. I didn't really think he was in the game that much, but when he had an opportunity to score, he took it, and that's what you want from your forward players. Just when you get the chances, take them. But I thought overall, mate, I don't think we learnt an awful lot, but we got the job done. It was a professional performance, and we move on to Sunday.
I mean, Dewsbury Hall, then you were impressed with what you saw from him. I thought he grew into the game.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Do you think that if he keeps going this way, because he grew into the Barrow game, it was very similar to today, he didn't get the goal, obviously, like he did now. But I mean, do you see him potentially being able to break his way into this side, apart from Conference League minutes and cup games?
That's a big ask still. He's got to start games better. As you said, he started slow against Barrow, started slow tonight, grew into the game. Look, he might be able to play himself into contention to get some minutes on the bench in the Premier League, but I think he's a long way still from entering the conversation to be starting in the Premier League. But it's like this second team, if that's what we're calling it, is decent, and he's going to get the opportunities, and all he can do is, like all the players, take your opportunities when you get them and give the manager a decision to make.
What about Kasady as well? Because we let Ugachukwu go on loan to Southampton. We want who's going to take his position, and Kasady's really sort of slotted into that backup role for Caicedo, passing the ball out, slightly deeper role than what we saw Dewsbury Hall in today. Where do you see him at the moment?
See him as a Thursday night player is what I see him as. Yeah, he done well tonight. He done better than he did against Barrow, but he's a Thursday night player. We've got to be honest here. He's not getting in ahead of Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, Dewsbury Hall even in the Premier League. He just simply, that's just not happening. So look, I suspect that he'll probably, I reckon he might go on loan in January. I'm not sure if he's particularly happy with just playing on a Thursday night, particularly when we get to the knockout rounds as well, when we add Palmer, etc. back into the squad. I don't know how many minutes he's really going to get when we start using the big guns later in the tournament. So yeah, look, he did a good job tonight. Other than that though, mate, I see him as a Thursday night player, and I don't see him having a long-term future at the football club.
Really?
I don't. Where? He's not better than Ugochukwu. He's not better than Andre Santos, and he's not getting in ahead of the guys that I mentioned before. So where's he playing?
You don't think he's going to be staying?
No, he's not. He's not here long term. This will be his last season at the club, mate.
Fair play.
I don't see where else he plays, and he's not shown enough to warrant that he should be staying either.
I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen Chukwuemeka get any minutes in this squad, but I mean,
he's done. He's finished, mate. You know, you're not even making the bench in the Conference League. It's
brutal,
mate. He's finished, and it's a shame. But ultimately, not all these signs can work out, and there's not space for everyone. And he obviously doesn't like something about Chukwuemeka. Simply doesn't like something about it. I don't know what it is, but he obviously doesn't like something because he doesn't even get match day squad. This is not even being left on the bench, bro. This is not even making the squad in the Conference League.
Yeah, I mean,
that's curtains. I don't like to say it because I like Chukwuemeka. He's a talented boy, but that's game over, bro. He's done.
What about Jorgensen? I mean, we've had this debate with Sanchez after the mistakes he made. What is it going to take for Jorgensen to take Sanchez's place in that Premier League squad?
It's going to take Sanchez to do a few more mistakes like he did against Brighton, basically. We didn't learn anything about Jorgensen tonight. He didn't really have any saves to make. The goals, I was down the other end, but I don't think there was an awful lot he could really do about them. We didn't learn anything about him, mate, and it's going to take Sanchez to go through a run of poor form, making a few more bad errors. That's what we're going to be waiting for.
So if you were going to rate this performance 1 to 10, 1 being rubbish, 10 being amazing, where does the team sort of end up?
I think this was probably tonight sort of between a 6 and a 7, maybe like a 6.5 or something. It wasn't terrible by any accounts, but it was sloppy to let the goals in there.
It's relatively average then. I mean, it's slightly better than average.
It's slightly better than average. I think that's what it was. Yeah. You know, it wasn't amazing tonight. Yeah, we got the 4 goals and we did enough, and that's great, and we won, and I'm really pleased about that. But it wasn't amazing. We've got to be honest, it wasn't amazing. But it doesn't need to be amazing. We got the job done, and that's all you want in these games is get the job done, keep winning, keep building that momentum, and keep building that confidence.
Yeah. What is it that we need to improve based on what you saw today? I know the squad's totally different on Sunday, but let's talk about this squad alone. What does this squad need to do better?
Stop having lapses in concentration. I just think at the back today it lapses of concentration twice. I know Tosin's been pretty good for us, but he just let that guy have a free header
for the first goal.
We just let him have the free header. You can't do that. You've got to be better. You've got to be better because against better teams you do that. That could be the difference between us winning and losing games. So, like again, we got away with the mistakes against Brighton. We got away with 2 bits of poor defending tonight. But if we keep doing that, there'll come a point against better teams. We've got Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, etc. coming up after the international break. You make errors like that against any of those teams, you're not winning the games, and that's where it could be a problem for us. So look, this second string team, I just think the concentration really, but otherwise, mate, I thought I did a good job considering the amount of changes we made. The plan's the same, the identity seems the same, and everyone seems to know what their role is, and everyone seems to know what they're doing, which is the sign of a well-coached team.
What's your predictions for the Nottingham Forest game?
Tough one, mate. Forest have beaten us both times here since they got promoted to the Premier League. We haven't beaten them at home yet.
That's an interesting stat, isn't it?
They've done us 1-0 both games. Prediction is more of the same, mate. I honestly don't see how we don't win this game. I really don't. But we're going to have to concentrate. We're going to have to be at our best, and we've got to take it seriously. But yeah, Forest are a threat, and they could cause us problems. They might sit deep. It might test our resolve and how we break down a low block. But I fancy us to score against pretty much every team with the attack that we've got. So I don't worry about us scoring goals. My concern is, are we going to make a couple of mistakes at the back which could cost us?
I'm with you. Thanks so much, Charlie.
Nice one,
pleasure,
mate.